What's up, guys? My name is Zach, and today I am driving a 2008 Acura TL Type S. Up front is a 3.5 liter V6, and down below is a 6-speed manual transmission. Now, I am super excited to be driving this here TL Type S for a bunch of reasons, but mainly the fact that this is the good year, the good transmission, and the good trim level of the TL. So this should be a pretty good review. But before we get on to anything else, I have a website, zackpradel.com, where you can buy stickers like this retro sticker pack or big friggin' bottle sticker, both with free shipping. You could also submit your own vehicle to be reviewed by me through a quick and easy submission form, and you could read my behind the scenes blog to see what I'm filming before it comes out on the channel. But let's get back to that 3.5 liter V6 making 286 horsepower. Well, it is fantastic. It's a great amount of power. It's not anything that's really going to blow you away significantly, but it's peppy and it's torquey and it is fun. The Type S is the performance version of the Acura TL, and this was the most performance-oriented generation of the TL. I've reviewed 2 4th-gen TLs, but this is the 3rd, and this is where it really gets good. This is where they were hitting their sweet spot when it came to the TL. Like I said, paired to it is that manual transmission. It's a 6-speed manual, and since it's a Honda, it feels fantastic. The shifter goes right into the gates. The clutch is heavy enough to feel good, but light enough to not stress me out too much. I love that about Hondas. It's very much Honda switchgear. However, with that manual transmission, this actually does come with a limited slip front differential for the front wheel drive. The reason I point that out is because if you bought the automatic version, which you could buy a 5-speed automatic that you could shift with paddles, it didn't come with the limited slip diff. You could only get it with the manual. Sort of a tip of the hat from Acura to the enthusiasts of the world that want the manual. Love that. I do like the growl. It does sound like a better Nissan 350Z. I mean, that's really what it sounds like. Yeah. And you do hear that VTEC switchover. This is a VTEC engine, which I absolutely love. Very, very fun. This car is great to drive. Just the handling of it is very precise, very direct. I know exactly what the car is going to do with just the flick of my wrist or kick of my heel, which is fantastic. And that's what I've come to know and love from really any of Honda's products. It's just very engaging and it acts how I want it to act. It's predictable, and when something's predictable, it gives you confidence, and confidence makes you cool. But moving on from the driving, let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me, I have 3 main gauges. On the left is my tachometer, in the center is my speedometer, and on the right, I have my fuel and coolant temperature. I like the red outlining of the gauges. I think it definitely adds a certain nice sporty feel to the car. On the steering wheel, it is a little bit cluttered. On the left, I have my volume, channel, and mode, as well as my phone options, voice commands, and back. And on the right, I have my cruise control options and my information in the center display gauge under the speedometer. It does say Type S down at the bottom of the steering wheel. I really enjoy that, and just the overall look and feel is pretty good. Off to the left, I do have heated mirrors, as well as my power mirror options and my VSA off. Then on the door, I have 2 different memory seat options, as well as my lock and unlock button and my power windows. Moving into the center, I do have a little digital readout for my climate controls. It is red as well to sort of reinforce this sporty feel for the TL Type S. And then I have 2 climate control vents and a hazard switch in the center. Then I do get an infotainment system with navigation and some nice features. Very dated by this point. Of course, this is a 2008. It's 14 years old. However, I think it looks nice and actually looks and performs really well for this interior. All around that infotainment system, I have climate controls. Off to the left, I have auto and dual zone. Auto for both occupants, which is really fantastic to see, as well as fan speed. And off to the right, I do have AC, defrost, and things like that. And down below, I have map, guide, menu setup, info, a little scroll wheel, zoom, cancel, and audio. This is all pretty standard TL. The 4th gen suffered more than this one with the sheer number of buttons that were around it. This is a little bit clustered, a little bit annoying to the eye. However, not the end of the world. Down below that, we get our proper radio with a CD player and cassette player for 2008. Still holding on to those cassettes, I guess, as well as tune off to the right, volume to the left, and some favorite buttons. Then I get 2 openable cubbies, one with a power outlet down at the bottom. Love that. Then we get the shifter itself. Now, it has seen better days. In 104,000 miles, it seems to have worn down a little bit, which is totally fine. However, like I said, I really, really like the feel of it. I'm a big fan of these shifters, not only in this Acura, but all Honda products from this era. Fantastic as well. And this is just another notch in their belt. Then I do have heated seat options for the front 2 occupants. Love that. And we do have openable cup holders. So we will do a big friggin' bottle test here in the 2008 Acura TL Type S. And unfortunately, it fails. It starts to go in. It really wants to pass. But alas, at the end of the day, the TL Type S from 2008 fails the big friggin' bottle test. Then I do have a little center console, and then we'll talk about the seats. I'm very happy to say that the headrests of these seats do say Type S. They're embossed in there, which I really, really love. And overall, they are pretty comfy as well. But speaking of seats, we do have back seats, so let's go do a back seat review. All right, so we're in the back of the 2008 Acura TL Type S 6-speed manual, and I really, really like it back here. I have plenty of knee room, plenty of headroom. That's what I've always really enjoyed about the TL chassis, whether that be 4th gen or now the 3rd gen. I do get a center console back here, some pop-out cup holders, which are very, very nice. I do have climate control vents and a little cubby back there, some seat back pockets and things like that. However, not too much to note, but very, very nice spatially. And this is a sedan that you can use every day. You can daily drive this car. Yes, it's fun up there, but it's actually usable back here. That's what I've always loved about Honda, but we'll talk about that in a second. Let's go hop around back. We'll take a quick look at the trunk and cargo space, and then we'll talk about the looks. All right, so we're on the back of the TL Type S, and I do have a little trunk release here on the key fob. And once we get back here, plenty of space. Now, obviously, that speaker is not factory, but besides that, plenty of great space back here. Again, yet another very usable part of the TL Type S. Now we gotta talk about the looks, and first of all, silver is not my favorite color of the Type S. They made this midnight blue that I'd highly recommend seeking out. However, the Type S did get quad exhaust tips. These are not the stock ones, but they got quad exhaust tips, a little bit different taillights, a little bit different front end, and of course those Type S badges. But overall, I think this is a really, really handsome car. I think it's really well proportioned. And yes, it is very obviously from the 2000s, but not in a bad way. I love the proportions of it. I think this just looks so much like a performance sedan. It's not too long, it's not too short in any category. Has a good size hood, good size middle section, good size trunk. It's not too tall, not too short. Overall, really well done from Acura. But now let's get on to my final thoughts. What do I think finally driving the Acura TL Type S from 2008? Well, 2008 was the last year for this generation of TL. This is what the next generation looked like. Unfortunately, the designers of Acura actually went out and killed a bald eagle to give it that front end. Ugh. And the reason I say that is not to put down 4th gen owners, but to bring up the fact that the 3rd gen is just overall the best. It performs the best. I love this 3.5 V6, almost 300 horsepower, and you feel each and every one of them. It's not too much power either. You're not gonna get yourself in really too much trouble. You can have fun in a canyon, but you're not gonna be locked up in county jail for just getting home from work. The manual transmission feels amazing. I totally expected that out of an Acura product. However, the fact that it gets a limited slip differential and the Brembo brakes really make this car a well-performing car. This is a sports car. This is an enthusiast car, and yet you can live with it every day. It has 4 doors, has a sizable trunk. It's quiet enough to be driven every day and not want to Van Gogh yourself. That's what I love about this car, and that's what I love about performance Hondas, is that yes, they are built to perform and be an enthusiast vehicle, but you can also live with them. They're naughty and nice, they're sour and sweet, and that's a great position to be in for a one vehicle household. If you can only own one car, it has to be fun and reliable and economical and spacious and be able to tear up the canyons. Well, look no further than the TL Type S. I really think this is one of the best products Acura's ever made. I know the NSX, I understand the NSX, and I love the NSX. I've driven in '98. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. But it's pretty unobtainable. These are still semi-obtainable. The owner got this for under $10,000, which in today's market is crazy. And I think that this really truly is one of the all-time greats. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to Alex for letting me take out his TL Type S. I'm so glad I was finally able to get this car under my belt. You guys have been asking for this car for a very long time. I'm so happy to deliver, and that is all thank you to Alex. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.